To get great tasting meat and dairy, you have to start at the beginning. So I'm over in the Columbia Basin to meet with fourth generational farmer Drex Gauntt to learn what makes Washington hay so unique and significant.
Hay is a product that is basis of really our food here in the United States. If you enjoy dairy products, you enjoy the fruits of my labor too, because alfalfa and the grass hays that we produce are animal feed.
Why is sustainability important to you?
We're here every single year. We come back to these same fields and we depend on them to make our living for our families. So we are foremost stewards of the land because we want to be back here. We want to be successful again next year. We want to be successful in 5 years.
Drex showed me a field of newly planted alfalfa and explained that unlike a lot of other crops, alfalfa is a perennial plant. So they only need to plant a new crop once every 3 to 5 years. And because of this, alfalfa has a very extensive root structure that helps hold the soil in place and protects against wind and water erosion.
The alfalfa roots do something even neater than holding the soil in place. They actually help alfalfa make its own fertilizer.
Really?
Yeah, what happens is there is a bacteria that is naturally occurring in the soil. It forms a symbiotic relationship with the alfalfa roots, and it allows the alfalfa to take in nitrogen out of the atmosphere. And what it does is it converts that nitrogen to ammonia that it can use for fertilizer.
That's amazing.
We'll see if we can get one of these new alfalfa plants and find some nodules on the roots. So those little white bumps right on the alfalfa roots are what we call nodules. And those nodules are where the bacteria live and help the alfalfa get nitrogen out of the atmosphere.
While alfalfa has some special features, it is just like all other crops in that it needs the right amount of water to grow successfully.
Well, Drex, tell me about the irrigation of alfalfa. Does it take a lot of water?
It does take a lot of water, Christy. Any crop that we grow here in the Columbia Basin is going to take a lot of water.
Yeah.
It's a fact of life of where we farm here in Washington.
It's sunny here.
That being said, we do use our water wisely. It is really very precious to us. And things that we do to use our water wisely are things like this modern center pivot irrigation machine. It allows us to apply water very precisely in the field. You can see that all our sprinkler heads are down low. 30 years ago, you'd see the sprinkler heads up on top of the pipe. We've gone to under pivot irrigation, and what that has allowed us to do is cut out that time where the water evaporates when it's falling that extra 10 to 12 feet.
Drex said the way they manage their water is by using GPS to precisely irrigate all parts of their fields.
Once it's in bale form, does it sit for a while before it's shipped out, or?
It's ready to be used as soon as it's in the bale. So we have some customers that desire the hay and need the hay for their farm operation, and they'll take it as soon as we get it stacked up on the edge of the field. Other times markets aren't ready to receive hay, and so it can stay. Hay stores very well for a long period of time as long as we keep it out of the weather.
Some of it goes all over the world.
All over the world. Washington hay is world famous hay.